This day has come, and just a couple of minutes ago, the 23rd season of Skibidi Toilet was released, where 3 whole new scenes appeared. And these 3 scenes were literally crazy. And they gave us a lot of information, and we got almost 2 minutes of new content, and it's just like the length of one episode, and it's insane. And in this video, you will find out, what are Astro Toilets going to do? What is the plan of the cameraman in the red shirt? And also where the Titans flew away at the end of the episode. And also a lot of interesting details that you definitely didn't notice. Hello friends, you're on the channel. Subscribe to the channel and press the like button under the video to speed up the release of the next video. And let's go. Season 23 turned out to be 22 minutes long, but personally I didn't notice any changes in the old scenes. But we got 3 additional scenes, and I assure you that they are crazy and give us a lot of information. And the first secret scene appeared after episode 69, where agents began to enter this bunker. And at the beginning we see the same Astro Toilet from episode 60. And we see that now the agents are watching him, and it seems that this is the same location that was in episode 69. Since we saw that in episode 68, this toilet has already watched the battle between the Titans and the fake Gmail. And it turns out that he has a small tablet through which he communicates with other Astro Toilets. But unfortunately, it's not possible to make out what he's talking about since it's a SKIBIDI language. But still, after watching this scene, I'll try. And we hear the sound of a teleport, and the same Astro Toilet from episode 70 appeared. But you say that he didn't use a teleport but arrived, and I agree with you, but it's very strange that before he arrived, we hear the sound of a teleport. And it's possible that, in addition to the crazy speed, these toilets also have a teleport. And this is possible because the scientist could have used a teleport, and he could share this technology with Astro Toilets. And the small Astro Toilet told him important information, and if you look at their eyes, then perhaps they know that agents are watching them. And at that moment, the large Astro Toilet looked at the agents and said something. But a second later, the big bro Astro Toilet, after receiving the information, smiled and flew off somewhere. And the other Astro Toilet also flew away. But in fact, he went behind the back of the agents and his plate begins to glow. Although we didn't notice this before. And blood destroyed the cameraman's ship. And then it turns out that he can shoot lasers from his eyes, and that's where the scene ends. And I'm shocked by this, and now I'll explain everything to you. First of all, it's possible that this is not the same toilet from episode 60, since his helmet looked different there, but still I'm inclined to believe that this is same Astro Toilet. And Boom simply changed the design of the helmet, because in the Astro Toilet in episode 70 we saw the same helmet, and it was logical to make the same helmet for other Astro Toilets, so that we could distinguish an Astro Toilet from an ordinary toilet. But there is a small chance that this is a completely different Astro Toilet, and only the highest ranking toilets have such a helmet. But what were they talking about? Personally, I think that this Astro Toilet received an order from the leader, since they definitely have their own leader. And at first it seemed that leader was the toilet from episode 70, but in fact I think that he is a general and he comes in importance after the leader of the Astro Toilets. And then the small toilet conveyed the order and information to the general, and the general became interested in this and showed a smile and flew away. And most likely they were talking about the cargo that we saw in episode 71. The leader of the Astro Toilets already knows that soon this bunker will be destroyed, and the scientist will die. And now they are hunting for that cargo, because there is something important there. And this makes sense since at the end of episode 71, we saw the Astro General who headed in the direction where the Gmail flew with the cargo. But probably the most important detail is that these toilets have red eyes and that they can shoot lasers from their eyes. We've always wondered why some toilets have red eyes, and I think I found the answer, and I have a few theories about it. And the most obvious theory is that they are robots, since we have been convinced that toilets shot lasers from their eyes with the help of other toilets that were in their body. This was with Gmail in episode 65, although he did not have red eyes, but he was a robot. But the SKIBIDI scientist in episode 67 had red eyes and turned out to be a fake. And it is possible that the Astro Toilets are robots, and in fact there are ordinary toilets inside. But there is another theory that toilets that can shoot lasers with their eyes occupy the highest rank in the army, more precisely in a faction. And perhaps among the toilets there are different factions, supposedly flying toilets, ordinary toilets, and Astro Toilets. And in episode 13 we saw how a flying toilet shot lasers from its eyes, and perhaps he is the leader of the flying toilets. And Gmail and the scientist are the leaders of ordinary toilets. And Astro Toilets are so strong that even the weakest of them can shoot out of their eyes. Honestly, it's very difficult to understand how they do this, but I think that my theories are close to the truth. But it's up to you to decide. But we'll talk about Astro Toilets more at the end of the video. Let's move on to another secret scene. And a new scene appeared after the death of Plungerman in episode 70. And at the beginning, we see the half of Plungerman's body as he looks at cameraman in a red shirt. because now we have POV cameraman in a red shirt. And then the secret agent's face appeared, and he says, "What are you doing here? You are not supposed to be here. Get back and stick to the plan." And then Little Red Riding Hood goes to the place where he pretended to be dead, and the inscription transmission error and recording error disappears from the corner. And Blood Speakerman gives a helping hand as it was in episode 24, and this scene ends. And from this scene, we learned that the secret agent can teleport his assistants to any place. And that's how this cameraman got inside the bunker in episode 67. Also, before the teleportation, we see the secret agent in the ruins. It's hard to notice, but he's there. And funny fact that the troll leak that we received yesterday turned out to be a direct spoiler for this scene. And I predicted this in my yesterday's video.
What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. Get back and stick to the plan. What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. Get back and stick to the plan. I'm sure you will convince them.
And now we are sure that it was Boom who made this troll video, and almost all the troll leaks is a spoiler for the new episode. But what is the secret agent's plan? It seems that so far, everything is going according to his plan. But he does not know what the plan is at the Astro Toilets. But he will use this cameraman again, and after this episode, we need to watch him very carefully because by his actions, we will understand what their plan is. But for now, I can't say more. But if you have any thoughts, then let me know. And let's move on to the last scene. In the last scene, we see the ruins and bodies of agents and toilets everywhere. And it looks like this is the place that was in episode 71, and the Titans came here and killed the surviving toilets. And Cameraman opened his jetpack and flew somewhere, and Speakerman also flew after him. And after that, we see a sad emoticon on TV Man's screen, and he used his teleport and said that he would be glad to kill this bastard. Here you go, listen to it for yourself. I'm not sure what he said, but he clearly showed displeasure, and he is ready to tear all the Skibidi toilets apart. And I think they're hunting Gmail, and this is crazy to be honest. Because the Astro toilets are also hunting him, and it seems that everyone wants to tear poor Jimmy into pieces. I hope he can resist everyone. But it's possible that the Astro toilets are on his side, and they were hunting for his fake in episode 60. But in any case, we will find out in the new episode. And this is where our video comes to an end. And if there are leaked frames, then as always, I will make a video about it, so be sure to subscribe to the channel so as not to miss important news. And you were on the channel, and see you.